fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back for another day of Indiemas. I am super excited because we're going to be testing out a new eyeshadow palette from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. This is the Fairy Lights palette. It is just a mini little 6-pan eyeshadow palette, but as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to purchase it. It is the most beautiful collection of 6 like super shimmery, sparkly, intense metallic shadows. You've got some silver, some gold, some pink. It just looks so stunning, and it's supposed to be inspired by the Christmas lights. This palette does retail for $41, and you can use my affiliate code AMYLOVES to save, I believe, 10% off anything on the Glaminatrix website. Today I thought we could do live swatches of all the shades, do an eye look, and at the end I'll let you know how I'm feeling about this palette and if it's worth picking up. Unfortunately, right now it is sold out, but they said that due to demand, they will be bringing it back early January along with their Sugar and Spice palette they'll be restocking. So I figured we'll probably dip into this palette a little bit just for some mattes. I do already have a full swatch video and tutorial and everything with this palette. I can leave in the cards for you right here. But for now, let's just go ahead and jump on into Fairy Lights. So the very first shade is Carol's, and it looks like just a really beautiful metallic soft gold. Like right away, the texture is super pretty, super shiny. And even though they look really intense, it feels smooth to the touch. We've got Festive, which looks to be a little bit more of like a neutral bronzy shade, but again, super intense, really pretty. We've got Star, which I would say is a little bit more of a light green metallic shadow. Again, that is gorgeous. Palette is definitely a little bit more for the neutral lovers, I feel like, but so sparkly. Next we have the shade Cracker, which this one looks to be just a true silver, and this one is probably the most like chunky of everything I've swatched so far, but it looks really nice. We've got Presence, which is more of a mauve-y, like platinum silver. And then lastly we have Wreath, which looks to be a really pretty like rosy mauve-y shade. Ooh, so this one is supposed to be a holographic shadow. I can definitely see it. It's not like super in your face, but it is really beautiful. Ooh, I love that. Okay, I mean, those swatched amazing. Not mad at it at all. So like I said, I'm gonna pull into Sugar and Spice for this look just because they're doing a restock and I'm gonna need some mattes for sure. So I think I'm gonna start off with this like beigey shade right here, which is called Brulee. And I'm just going to set my lid with that. I'm not going to bring it all the way up to my brow bone because it is a little bit deeper than my skin tone. I think I'm also going to take just a little bit of the shade Meringue, popping that right underneath my brow bone. Okay, next I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Sticky Date, just using the same brush. It's actually from the Blend Bunny Forget Me Not brush collection. I'm just going to pop that on my outer V. Just kind of really softly blending it in and bringing it towards my crease. Like trying to decide in my head already, like, do I want to go more green? Do I want to go more purple? The shades are just so beautiful. That's why I'm going so neutral with the mattes right now because I'm still undecided. I'm gonna grab just a little tiny bit of the shade Licorice, the black shade, on a small crease brush and just pop that on the outer V for a little bit more definition. But I think I've decided I'm gonna follow my heart and do that pop of green on the lid, but maybe we can do a little bit of the purpley like mauve darker shade on the lower lash line, get all of the holiday vibes going. Sometimes when I'm wanting to add a little bit of depth but I don't want it to go everywhere, I'll end up going back in with whatever shade I used beforehand, in this case Sticky Date, and I'll just do that right on top over the edge just to start softening it without really having to blend much. And I'm gonna go back in with the previous brush and just go over that. It's too easy. Again, going in with a touch of Licorice, I'm going to line my lash line just to add a little bit more definition. And then I'm also going to take a touch of that and just connect what's happening on the crease to the lower lash line. Okay, it's looking a little harsh, but I'm just going to go back in with my blendy brush just over the lower lash line, soften it a little bit. Okay, we got the boring part out of the way. Now let's go into the Fairy Lights palette. I'm so excited. I think I'm going to start off with the shade Star, and I'm just going to grab that on my finger, and I'm going to put that all over the lid. Kind of just starting off most of the product on the inner part, and then whatever's left over on my finger, I'll just tap across the outer V. That is so pretty. And you can layer it and make it even more intense. I also love that it's super, super creamy, so I'm not getting any fallout. I think we should go into a little bit of Cracker, that holographic shadow for the inner corner. Okay, I'm trying to pick that up on a normal, like little flat eyeshadow brush, and it's not picking up the best. We'll just give it a go. Kind of just looks like a really pretty silver. You kind of have to build it up a little bit. It'd probably be a lot easier to apply just with a finger. I might even try just to take a little bit of that and just pop it on this front part right here. I don't want to layer too much and like make it look like crackly, because sometimes that can happen if you go in with too much of a shimmer. But it just looks really, really gorgeous. And it's like the most subtle pop of green. Lastly, I'm gonna go into the shade Wreath, kind of just picking that up on the tip of my brush, and I'm going to throw that along the entire lower lash line. I feel like it is giving a very, very Christmassy vibe. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish off this look. I'm gonna go in with the KBD Beauty Full Sleeve Mascara and just really coat my upper and lower lashes. I think to go along with the little pop of pink on the lower lash line, I want to do like a just super cute doll pink blush. So I'm going to go into Dreamscape from Kaleidos and just throw that on the tops of my cheekbones. And then I'm going to throw on the Love Bite Tinted Lip Oil from Blend Bunny. Alright y'all, so this is the finished look. I truly feel like Glaminatrix outdid themselves. It's such a nice, just small, compact, special shadow palette. It actually kind of reminds me of the Minka palette from Adept Cosmetics, except smaller and without any mattes. And, you know, just for someone who's wanting a few special shimmers and you want them all to be like a little bit more on the neutral side. But I mean, like I said, you can go a little bit more green, you can go a little bit more like berry, and it's just super, super nice. So I'm not surprised at all that it sold out. I'm not surprised at all that there's been demand to bring it back. And I'm just really, really happy that I was able to get my hands on one of these bad boys. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you tomorrow for another day of Indiemas. Bye.